Hello, class 6. How are you? Hope you are all fine. We'll start the unit 2 living organisms. All the living things have the way of thinking in substance that they need to grow and survive. They respond to the sound, light, or touch. They receive the information about the world around them in the different ways, such as the by hearing, seeing, smelling, or sensing. Here is a summary of the unit 2. First of all, what is meant by the structure and what are its structure? What is difference between the animal and plant cell? We will discuss the two system, root and shoot system in plants. The next is what is meant by the tissue, organ and organ system. Because cell is the basic unit. After that, tissue is formed. When the tissues join, they form an organ. When the organ join, they form an organ system. And also we will discuss three systems in plants: transportation system, photosynthesis system, and respiration system. While the system in humans we will discuss in the next video. First, reproduction. All the living things responding that is that they make the copies of themselves by the process of reproduction. Reproduction is a biological process by which the new individual organism offspring are produced from their parents. Reproduction is the fundamental feature of all known life. Each individual organism exists such as the result of the reproduction. There are two forms of reproduction, asexual and sexual. Asexual means only one individual involved, while sexual reproduction both gametes, male and females, involved. Cell. Cell is defined as the smallest and basic unit of the life that is responsible for all life. All the plants, animals, and other living things are made up of cells. Cells are the living things that feed, respond, reproduce, or react to their surrounding. Some living things are made up of just one cell, as you can quote the example of an amoeba. But in human body there are millions of cells. Thus, the human body is known as a multicellular organism. The next is cell structure. The cell structure comprises the individual components with the specific functions essential to carry out life's process. These components include the cell wall, cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, and next, the explanation of cell structure. Cell wall. Cell wall is the outermost boundary which is present in plant cell while it is absent in the animal cell, which will be discussed further. In the cell membrane. Cell membrane is the outer skin of the animal cell in which the cytoplasm and nucleus present. While the next is cytoplasm. It is a jelly-like fluid in which all the organelles are present. While the nucleus is the basic unit of the cell. You will observe that in plant cell a small nucleus is present while in animal cell a large nucleus is present. Here is the difference between animal and plant cell. You can observe in the diagram of plant cell and animal cell. First difference, the presence of cell wall in plant cell while it is absent in the animal cell. The cell membrane is present in both cells as you observe in both cells. While a large nucleus is present in the animal cell and a small nucleus is present in plant cell. A large vacuole is present in the center of the plant cell, while vacuoles are present of many small sizes in the animal cell. Some organelles are also present in the plant cell which make the difference from the animal cell. A green colored substance called the chlorophyll is present in structure called the chloroplast. They help the plant to produce the food by the process of photosynthesis. Next, we will discuss the root system in plants. Roots are the basic points of the plants which hold the plant firmly in the soil. There are different types of roots, taproots and fibrous roots. As in the diagram of the radish, the roots are known as taproot, means plant have a large one main root. While in the grass diagram, you observe many small, same-sized roots develop from a single root is known as fibrous root. There is a point root cap. A thick root cap at the end protects the sensitive growing points of the root tip. Next is shoot system in plants. You can see in the diagram how a shoot system in the plant develop. All the parts of the plant above the ground form the shoot system. It includes stem, leaves, flowers, and fruits. If the if the stem remains short with loads of branches is called a shrub. Tall plants with a thick stem called the tree. There are 2 points shown in the diagram, nodes and internodes. Nodes are the swelling parts or areas from which the new leaves grow, while the internode is the spaces between the two nodes. The stem connects the roots to the leaves. It helps to transport the raw materials for photosynthesis and the product of photosynthesis to all parts of plants. Next, we will discuss the tissues, organ and organ system. Tissues are the group of similar cells that have the common functions. Means when the same cells joins and they perform a common function is called a tissue. You can see the muscle tissues and vascular tissues. Vascular tissues involve the xylem and phloem. The next is organ. An organ is a structure that is composed of at least two or more tissues type and perform a specific set of functions for the body. For example, heart is an organ which pumps the blood to all parts of the body. And if we see the plant, the leaf of a plant is an organ for manufacturing food by the photosynthesis. Next is organ system. Many organs working together to accomplish a common purpose is called an organ system. All these systems perform the important functions without which the body would not be able to survive. Systems are made up of many organs. Now we will see the three systems in plants: transportation system, photosynthesis system. The word transportation means moving of things from one place to another. If we discuss in plants the movement of the two things, water, food and minerals. There are vascular bundles are present in the plant, xylem and phloem. There are two components which form the vascular bundle, xylem. The function of the xylem to transport the water and minerals from the roots to the leaves, while the function of the phloem tissue transport the food from the leaves to the other parts of the plants. The movement of the water from the roots to the leaves is called transpirational stream. And the transpirational pull is main way in which the water is transported in the plants. And transpiration helps the plant to keep cool in summer. The next is photosynthesis in plants. Photosynthesis means plants makes the food. It takes place in the leaves of the plants. Plants cells contain tiny structures called the chloroplast that contain the chlorophyll and carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll get converted into glucose and oxygen. Oxygen then leaves the plant through the stomata. Stomata are the small openings which are present in the lower surface of the leaves. As clearly observed in the diagram, plants take the sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water. These are converted into the glucose and oxygen. The next is respiration in plants. Respiration means to respire. How the plants respire? Plants respire all the time during daytime and also during nighttime, while the photosynthesis only take place during the daytime. Respiration means green plants breathe through the stomata present on the lower surface of the leaves. You can observe in the diagram. Stomatas are the small openings on the lower surface. These are bean-shaped structure through which the gaseous exchange take place. Hope you all these things. Thank you. Stay at home and stay safe. Bye bye.